More spikes.
So this
Endless spikes.
So the new season,
It's a
everything that people
it's hope.
Spikening.
it's going to be spikes on the armor. That's it.
That's what people want.
All right, let's get to the build.
Just
I'm
kidding.
just joking with you. Let's go. Look at this. Beautiful, beautiful. And we're going to cue up the music, of course. But tell us what we see on the screen here. The first batch of new armors that we can take a look at together today on the Warriors Den. Here we go.
So again, the overall theme is the hope. We wanted to make everything kind of brighter, but then on top of it, make it more elaborated. The designs are all more refined, so there's a less of worn outness. Everything is more completed. The gold is an additional thing that is popping up, so you see the class of it.
Yeah.
Cool thing about Warden right now is, as you see, there's a padding that is made out of the leather instead of the cloth. The only thing that we didn't fix it or we didn't improve it at the moment is that is actually a player expression spot, forced one. So you won't be able to see it in game, but we are working very hard to improve that so we can show what's underneath it.
And you still have a little bit of spikes. You can't let go of the spikes.
That we cannot.
Of course not.
No, that's,
of course not.
That's the main thing. No, I'm kidding. So the next one is Peacekeeper, ready for the Venetian party.
Hey, my brothers and sisters in Italy and Venice, please. We got Claudio behind the camera as well.
But
Italian.
Of course, the
Forza Italia. I have to say it. It's just part of my nature.
it's another high-end type of clean-cut Peacekeeper.
Very nice. So they're all ready for, oh, look at this, Lawbro.
Lawbringer. It's inspired by the jousting knights, the helmet
Yeah,
shape.
very nice.
And the shoulder pad, the extra blade will make him even look bigger
Very
in the
intimidating.
silhouette-wise. And we added a lot of engravings where you cannot take it in player expression spots. Once you apply it,
Nice
it
little
kind of
gold chains as well.
it fills up the whole places.
Yeah, these gold chains remind me of my Fras in St. Louis in Montreal. Enough with that. Please,
Right.
continue.
So the next one is, of course, Conqueror. Conqueror also has previously there was a lot of holes, a lot of missing pieces, but this is more complete version of it. And on the top of it, there is we didn't miss out a place on the helmet that we put a lot of we put the engravings, which makes him pimping up.
Yeah. Very nice. And all the detail that you could see. And again, so the like narratively, it kind of makes sense because right now it's a time more of peace. There's less fighting in terms of the resources. So that's why you see kind of a little bit more higher quality type of armors and kind of more elegantly.
All factions have access to more resources in general. Like it's iron is not such a rare source anymore. So now they have the possibility to make more ceremonial armors. As we say.
Awesome.
So,
This is a quite interesting one, the Black Prior. It's actually when Christian was testing something out and they were mixing armors from the first set and then another set, and then he got inspired by that. That it was interesting. I'm still trying to figure out how he's wearing that, the mask, and there's a hood.
Yeah,
and there's
I feel like...
it must be how to breathe. On the
I don't know. We'll see. Hopefully it doesn't impact performance for the Black Friar as we come into Year of Reckoning. All right, well that does it for the Knight faction. Let's move on to the Samurai.
Samurai.
Let's go. Old Kensei, my boy. Here we go.
Same theme, elaborated for gold trims, nice white wood. The thing is that this one was created even before when we were planning to give the white alternate material. So even if we actually apply it on top of it, it will get.
Okay, so it boosts it. So if you do apply the white material, what you see here will be even more white.
It's gonna blind your eye.
Okay, I see. All right, excellent. Unfair advantage. Okay, cool. Orochi.
Orochi. There's a nice Japanese illustration, traditional one. You can, if you don't like it, you can place the player expression on top of it, so you can hide it. But at the same time, why not? You can keep it. You can enjoy it.
Pants, beautiful.
And the mask is something that Orochi didn't have it up to the point, so that's a
very nice
additional thing. Yes, Nobushi, one of my favorite too. It's Japanese theatrical mask. Inspired by it. It's quite interesting. There are a lot of interesting masks that you cannot just miss it. So that's.
I have to say the Samurai's pants game is on point for this.
We need to start the business.
Yeah, we do. For honor fashion in real life.
Oh my god.
Next one, that's a quite expensive armor. Right there.
Yeah, you could tell, like, again, back to the point that, the resources, but Shigoki's living a lavish lifestyle with this new armor here.
He has a iron plate on the side. The mask is inspired by the Shisa. It's a
Shisa, yeah.
Japanese mythical creature. It's equivalent to the European gargoyle.
I
The
see.
guardian.
Yeah, you have like those big statues of those mythical lions in the entrance of temples in Japan.
I see.
And the
And finally,
Hitokiri.
the Hitakiri.
Yes,
Take a look.
another theatrical mask with there's a not the player expression, team color on the rest, the lower part of the masks that will kind of, you can change the color. Also on the
baby heads
the
there.
baby heads has a quite interesting colors around it too.
Beautiful. So that does it for the samurais. Let's move on to the Vikings. Starting off with a raider. Let's
Raider.
do it.
The same thing. It's a white, the leather and leopard pelt. Everything is kind of pimped up.
Yeah.
Very nicely.
Nice boots.
Nice boots.
Beautiful.
And as maybe players have noticed, those armors are also the same from the key art, so it's, everything
Yes,
is coming
yes.
together.
Everything is a link.
We
Yes.
hit, we hit
Everything
the
is connected.
miniverse.
Oh, look at this. Nice little trim beard for the warlord.
The gray
No,
beard.
Or is it
Berserker,
Berserker?
Berserker.
Pardon me.
Yeah.
The pants game on this is fantastic, though. Look at this.
Now he's in a different game.
Yeah. Beautiful.
Pimp.
The Valkyrie.
Has oxidated bronze on them as a metal. That's giving kind of a sky tone-ish colors, and everywhere you can see very nice Viking patterns. Pretty cool ones.
Beautiful.
Very simple, straightforward.
It's the Valkyrie.
There we go. Now the warlord.
And the
Okay.
warlord.
Very nice.
Oxidated bronze. It's quite dark all around, but then it's quite simple. And this the white pattern pelt
Yes.
is pimping up. So
Yeah,
that's
I see.
something interesting.
Very nice. Ooh.
Okay, different party that he has it.
Yeah.
So this is one way for him to have a party.
The Jormungandr, of course, barefoot, so they don't really care about, waterproof boots. But the pants
don't
game
know.
and is this a Pokemon reference? Because I see Cubone. That's all I see. I see Cubone.
No
That's what-
comments.
Okay, no comments.
comments, but-
Okay. That's very, very nice. I guess we can move on to
That's
the
a-
Wulin.
Yes, exactly.
Let's do it. Starting off with the Tiandi, the
Tiandi.
Vanguard hero.
So
Let's take a
for
look.
this one, it's completely new visual that I'm super happy because it's one of the direction that we wanted to bring on this one is a even higher royal style of a Tiandi. He was a kind of we were kind of putting him as a general, but then different type. There was a kind of wild version too, but this is a high-end royal type of design. So there's a very nice shoulder pad ornamentations, and every part we didn't miss a spot to make him, also pimp up. And also there's a nice clothing
Yeah.
fabric around it. So when he does the kick, palm, is it palm?
Palm strike?
Palm strike. You can see the nice movement around it. So that would be pretty interesting one to use it.
Recommend this for a cocktail party for sure. Yeah. Very beautiful.
Shaolin. The theme is a traveling monk. So he now has
A massive necklace as well.
Exactly. So that's quite known items for the monk. Also, there's a whole lot of a prayer that is written around him. He's carrying it. Not to forget his where the center of where he came from.
Looks well traveled.
Right. Right.
Let's still
And the
ready for a
hairdo.
party.
Yeah, for sure.
Everyone's ready for party for
Yeah,
all
your
this
four
armor.
season, one hope. That's what it's about here.
So
The Nusha.
Nusha, up to the point there was a kind of a Chinese traditional dress inspired, or the explorer, or there was a bodyguard type of it. This was a more of a military look that we wanted to achieve as a theme. And also there's layers of armors that it's quite similar to the gladiator type of armor, which is quite traditional to the Chinese as well.
I see.
I mean, as an armor way, I think it travels through each culture. So
Yeah.
then this is another one that is working pretty well.
Ooh, JJ.
JJ,
Look at this. Looking like a
Yes.
tough guy here.
yes. So previously it was inspired by the Guan Yu. If you know the little bit of story on the Romance of Three Kingdoms,
Yep.
there is his brother whose name is Zhang Bei. which is a kind of wild version, wild, and he's a kind of tough guy. And we wanted to kind of use that as to express a different aspect, different visual of JJ. So if you want to go more of a kind of
Tough guy,
tough one,
wild, a little
this
bit
is
more.
the set for you. If you want to be more kind of noble, wise one,
Yeah.
there's another set for you guys.
I see. And then finally, of course, the most recent hero from
Right.
year 3, season 4, the Zhan Hu.
Yeah, that's a variation of it. There's a nice the silver embroidery on the clothing, and there's the hat that shows the rank of it. So this is another step up of this character.
Beautiful.
Yep,
So this all lootable armors within year 4, season 1.
correct.
And is that it?
Only for this season.
Did you get that? Soon is not only
It's-
over, but it's continuing. And to finish it off, we've got fashion for nobody else but the minions themselves. So let's take a look here. This is for the Knight faction, so a little bit more fresh, less worn out, like you were saying. So can you dive us through a little bit what the intentions were?
Yes, fun fact about the minion is that their visual is always responding to the status of that period. At the beginning, there are less materials. Everything's kind of worn out. They're kind of dirty, and then for the samurai, they don't have enough materials. They were using the wood. Viking as well, and they were saving it more for the weapons. Now the time has passed.
More resources.
Yes, more resources. So now samurai has the iron armors, and as well as the Viking has the leather, completely well structured armors.
I see.
There's evolution. At the same time, we wanted to kind of introduce the cultures throughout the history. There are many things that has been evolved, and same for our game as well.
That's awesome. And of course, usually for these reveal streams that we do at the beginning of the season, we have a special segment. But since we're changing things up, we mentioned that at the top of the show. We're going to take this journey on, but we still wanted to include a special segment, and we're going to do so with Seb. That's going to talk a little bit about the creation of these minions themselves, like the process. Andrew, I don't know if you want to start us off a little bit of the starting point, the concept phase of creating a minion. Let's do it.
Only thing that I can start is we start from the concept art, the ones that is done. Now moving on to, I'll help you do it.
Well, what I do when I receive the concept art is the part on the left is the blocking part.
I see.
Where you create your proportion and all the objects that you need that are on the concept.
I see.
The gambeson, the helmet, the boot. Put it all there.
So all for the proportions.
Yeah.
I see.
Once this is done, you can start with the really fun part, is the sculpting. You subdivide that geometry that you did previously, and you get all that detail in, all the folds, the damage on the helmet.
The beard.
The beard.
The beard, of course.
Awesome
Very
beard.
well trimmed.
Once this is done, you go into a more technical side, the low poly, the in-game mesh, where this is what's going to be the form. So you really have to be smart how you do it, because you don't have a lot. It's a third of a hero character.
I see.
So when the minion is going to do his hit,
Yeah.
you want that really nice deformation on his arm.
Yeah.
You want the texture to
it's
look
all
good.
in the details, of course.
Right? So now what we have is both. It's the low poly with the projection of your detail, your high res. This is where the magic happens.
That's amazing. Beautiful. And okay, you got to explain to me what's going on here, because I see a face, I see some teeth. Is that teeth? Is that teeth?
Yep,
Is that an eyeball?
there's an eyeball.
All on a 2D surface? Can you explain what's going on for the folks at home, please?
Right. Once you have done your low poly, to project all that detail and to have your color, you have your UVs. This is a 2D projection of the 3D. So it's all in one texture space.
Wow.
Which is a fifth of a hero character.
That's even a foot sole right there. That's,
Right.
I didn't realize. Wow. That's
Really
incredible.
good and be smart to have that quality of texture.
Wow, that's incredible.
If you flip that page, you will see the heart and the liver and
No.
the
Bowels.
rib cage. And
No, you're kidding. You're kidding. Go to the next slide. I want to see. I want to see the next slide.
That's it.
No, that's it? It's done? Okay.